You rep the names, you play the games. Here's the latest on the My Player Nation standings as we
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And the Hawks with a confident look as they go into the arena. And let's go. Well, yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Allen is out there with Daniel Zeiss. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Durant. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. And for the Pacers, we've got Malcolm Brogdon. Bryant is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Morant. And it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And the ability to create something out of nothing is so rare to find. But Kevin Durant has it. Whether it's a bailout shot to beat the shot clock or just a hard dribble and pull up, he can always get a shot off.
And so it's the Hawks heading on the board first. Tatum's shot is off. Pass to Beasley. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls up on the elbow. And that one hits back iron. And with Durant, he's making it look so easy. You're just used to seeing him get the shot he wants.
You have to respect his pull-up, his drive, his threes, his fadeaways. It's a nightmare for defenders. That unpredictability is why Jimmy Butler called Durant the hardest player to guard in the league.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Morant. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Beasley against Brogdon. Poke loose. Morant with the steal. And there's the pass to Brogdon. Over Allen. Here's Kanter. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
You know, Steve, we know teams rest guys down the stretch, but what do you think about resting guys mid-season so that they're fresh at the end?
I think if you are a team that's been through these playoff runs, long championship runs, and you still know you have a chance to win, I think it's kind of unfair to us fans when you have a team that might not get to the finals and you're starting to rest guys and there's no benefit at the end. If there's a benefit at the end for the players, organization, and fans, I'm all for it. But if it's not, I don't like to see guys resting.
Now, here's Brogdon. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Tatum on the mark with the 15-footer.
And with that length, Tatum able to rise above defenders to knock down his jumper.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Top of the key. The offensive rebound. Kanter against Allen. That's tipped. Now here's Morant. Guarded closer. Brogdon.
You see the quarter awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's KD. To stop the run. Allen, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Morant kicks to Brogdon. Takes the 3. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. KD against Tatum. Durant with it. And so the first quarter is in the books. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the first.
I like our depth. I like that we could play.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Daniel Tice out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Durant in at the 3.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Here's Beasley following the score by Indiana. High post, KD. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
And no good, had a chance to take the lead there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Morant. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Ryan passes to Brogdon. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Morant. Sensational block. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. And Indiana another 3. The Hawks trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Tice. Kicks it to KD. And he gets it to go. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
And right there, KD inside, pretty stealth for a near 7-footer.
To the inside, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
And it's blocked. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Clock is at 3.
I tell you what, he has gone stone cold here to start this quarter.
Here's Beasley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Beasley.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw drops in for Beasley.
After having no trip to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Indiana leading. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Brogdon, And it's sent back by Allen. And then Durant with the jam.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
Beasley against Brogdon. Just 3 on the clock. That one good for 2. Brogdon's got 9. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoy. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never dug too deep a hole for. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Enes Kanter. Jason Tatum is out there with Bryant. Then it's Morant, and it's Brogdon in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now, here's Brogdon. Back to Bryant. Pass to Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Allen. Durant deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Morant. That one a little long.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
A nice shot by Tatum. On record that doesn't get much attention, Steve, a league-wide drop in turnovers. Last season was the lowest rate ever for turnovers in the NBA. It was terrific.
It was, and I think the reason why is teams are doing a good job offensively of sharing the basketball. There's not a lot of over-dribbling. And I think also the three-point shot. Guys are not driving the basketball because that can create turnovers. With the chance of driving it, they're catching and they're shooting from a long distance.
And so here is Indiana after the basket by Atlanta. Lays it up off the glass. Tatum's got 8 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Now, here's Tice. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Beasley, who's back up. And Tice gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside to Brogdon. Passes it to Morant. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Morant missing.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it. Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Brogdon.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to lead the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And Beasley, here we go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Morant. The teardrop falls in.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Tice. Here's KD. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Tatum against KD. Cantor. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the wing, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Durant's got it all tied up now for Atlanta. Beasley against Brogdon. Puts it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Durant, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Malik Beasley. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Tice in at the power forward. Hawks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Pacers. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Brogdon against Beasley. Bryant passes to Brogdon. Outside Tatum. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Here's Morant. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander.
Combining the length and the effort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making an impact at the defensive end.
Durant against Brogdon. Beasley outside. 5 on the clock. Over Tatum. It's tipped. Now the feed to Morant. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Pacers lead by 2.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Allen kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball's knocked loose. The drive by Allen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Beasley in the corner. Kept alive.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Brogdon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Now, here's Brogdon. In the corner. Tatum with it. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
The confidence of Kevin Durant on display, especially when the game tightens up.
Beasley against Brogdon. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. They recover it. Here's Durant. He goes up again. It's in! Pacers shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're down by 2. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And his job is to give them a spark with his scoring tonight, and he did not disappoint. They were going to keep going to him until the D showed they could stop him. And since they haven't been able to, he just kept piling up the numbers.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're trailing by 4. 29 seconds left in the fourth. The pass to Morant. Indiana moving the ball around. Brogdon against Beasley. And it's sent back by Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first. That puts them up by 5.
Kevin Durant as a rookie to Kevin Durant right now. The difference is he's comfortable being a vocal leader. Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Now the pass to Brogdon. From deep three-point range. Kept alive by Indiana. Here's Morant. From deep. It's money from deep.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow. You see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout. So it's the Hawks who come out on top. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do